Hi everyone and welcome to this session, to my session. Thank you so much for receiving me. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a really pleasure to be here. And today I am going to try to show you how to use Power Automate Desktop and then make it better with Process Advisor. So this session talk about Power Automate Desktop and Process Advisor 2. So let me present to you real quick. My name is Christian Abada. I'm working at Experience Digital as cloud architect focused on Power Platform. I'm also be recognized as MVP, Microsoft MVP Business Applications, and Power Automate super user in the official forum. So again, it's a pleasure for me to be here and share with you. I think that's enough for me. Let me present you the agenda for today. So first of all, we need to understand how Power Automate Desktop works. So we need to see what are the tools that Power Automate contains to record or processes. So the first thing we need to understand here is how Power Automate works and how we can get that tool. And then we need to identify some process and record that process. So that's the reason why it's first of all a requirement to understand how Power Automate works. Then we can understand how to record that process that we want to improve. So then we are going to understand how to use Process Advisor. Then we are going to be able to see some insights about our process, and obviously that based on that result, we can take some decisions. So that's the objective of this agenda. And so now let me tell you something about Power Automate Desktop, and it's a real big news, I think, because if you're a user that is using Windows 10, Power Automate Desktop it's going to be installed in your machines for free. So that was an announce that Microsoft did in the Ignite in 2019 and was released in this March 2. So for the last release of March 2, if you are a user that, as I told you again, that uses Windows 10, you are going to be able to see Power Automate Desktop on your machine. So this is great news because you can start working on recording processes and maybe understanding how RPA technology works. So then I have in that part the URL of this release, so you can see more news about that. So this is a good news, and then that's why I think we can continue improving this tool. So then we are going to start by creating some processes into Power Automate. So understanding the tool. This is going to be the first topic. So if you have in this moment Windows 10, maybe you can search in your machine for Windows and your Windows search. You can search for Power Automate Desktop, and if you find the tool, you can follow me on this session. So if not, no worries. You can download this application by going to the cloud platform. So the URL is in a browser. You can type flow.microsoft.com, and then you're going to see the cloud platform and download Power Automate Desktop. Another thing that you need to understand is for use this kind of tools, you need to have a Microsoft 365 license. So it's necessary to have this because all of the data that you are going to save or record, it's going to be stored inside a database called now Dataverse. So before that was called Common Data Server, Common Data Services, sorry. So now it's called Dataverse. And okay, let me start with this. As I told you, to download and install this application, you need to go to a browser and then type in the top flow.microsoft.com. Then you're going to be able to see your cloud platform, but it's necessary to log in with your Microsoft 365 license. In this case, I'm using my personal account. So then you can go to my flows, and in your right you are going to see this button that is called install. Then you can click on this and you're going to see Power Automate Desktop and then on-premises gateway. So both are necessary to connect our cloud environment with our machine, with our desktop. So that's the reason we have here two tools, separate tools. And then we are going to start with Power Automate Desktop. Then so you can click here and then download the tool. Then you are going to have the exe. So you can double click the exe, and then you are going to see like a wizard that is next, 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 and you can install Power Automate Desktop. Once you have installed Power Automate Desktop, you're going to see here the shortcut, and then you can open it. So in this moment I am opening Power Automate Desktop, and again the way to know that you have a license and then you can use Power Automate Desktop is by starting session here. So if it's the first time that you are using Power Automate Desktop, you are going to see a button that is called Login, and then you can click on that button and you need to add your credentials. So I'm using another account here, so I am able to create this tenant in this environment of Microsoft 365 all of my recordings. Here you have some recorders as example. So here I have, this could be considered as processes, and the way to start this is by going here with to the button new flow. In the right you are going to see the status of your license, the environments you have, the settings, and then in settings you can maybe allow or not to start this application when your Windows start, and maybe you can use this Control Shift Alt keys to create like a quick access. Then you have help to see the official documentation and about to understand more about this tool. And I think this is enough. This is the place when you are going to see listed your records, as I said, and you have also the possibility to share these flows or these processes or recorders. So you can share, and then if someone shares you some of these flows, then you are going to see here the flow to edit it. In this case, we are going to create a new from blank. So we need to go to new flow and then add a name. Why is called this flow? It's because a flow, I understand, is a set of steps to accomplish a goal. So maybe a process have a goal, and a flow is that. So it's a set of steps to accomplish something. and then that's the reason why this is called flow. In this case, could be a process, so I'm going to call this example record path. So create, and then you are going to see our tools in Power Automate Desktop. So let me zoom this. In the right side, you're going to see some space to add variables. So see, we have input variables or output variables, and in the second part we are going to have the UI elements. So when you are going to then when you understand the process and you're going to record something, you're going to see here the UI elements that you have already recorded. So the same thing with the images, you can capture images and then use it in your processes. Then in the left side you are going to see, then in the left side you have the actions. So the actions are the steps you can use to accomplish that goal of this process. Maybe you could use a web to record something in a web page, and with web automation, maybe UI to record some software installed in your machines or your server, Outlook to send emails and or get emails. Then we have models in use in OCR and Azure, AWS, CFTP, Excel, dataset, loops, conditions. We have a lot of actions that we can use, as I told you, as steps to accomplish a goal. So in the top, in this main place, you're going to see some buttons. The first one is to save your flow or your process or your bot, and then you can record as a wave. So this allows you to record every step that you could use or could do in a website. And the other is about desktop recorder. So you can use that desktop recorder to record every step um, in a software that is installed in your PC or your server. So then to understand how these recorders work, we can start using the web recorder. See, the first thing you are going to see is where you are going to run this record. So you can use Edge, Chrome, Firefox, or Internet Explorer. So in this case, I'm going to use Edge and then click on Next. When I select Edge, see, a special browser is open and I have the opportunity to start recording this. Maybe I can go to a web page that is a place that downloads some data from there, or I don't know if you have a CRM maybe where you place your accounts, or I don't know, maybe your marketing campaigns, so you can use this as web recorder. Let me just show you how to record something here. And if you have the right place, so the application, the web application that you want to record, then you can click here on start recording. By default, this launch web is set as a step, and then if you click on the browser, you are going to see some red spaces as selected. See, when I pass the mouse over the components, I'm going to see this red space selected, and that it's telling me that this component is going to be captured as record. So maybe what I want to do in this web page is just click on this more information button, and then I'm going to click here and see in the right I am going to see the action that was created with my click. So I have another here, I have another here, maybe this could be another click. See, click here, and then I am going to see another action. And for example, I'm going to use this to get this title. So I can use right click and extract some value from this specific part, maybe the text. So I'm going to click here, and I think this could be enough. The objective of this example process is get this title and get the content of this title, maybe to use it into an Excel. So I can pause this record, and at the end of this window I am going to see the finish button. So by clicking finish, I am going to see the steps that I use to get the content. See, so if I play this or I save this and I play, I am going to see my process recorder. So understand, this is an example. Maybe this is not a real example. So see, I am going to click in. So the flow is clicking on the component, clicking again, and then it's getting the data from the top of that window. So could be great in this part, but we don't see if we have this content or not. So maybe we can improve this. How we can improve this? By opening every step. So if I open, for example, this launch, by double clicking it, I'm going to see some properties. See, first property in this action is launch mode. So in this moment it has a new instance. I have the parameter of the link. So this launch edge, it's going to launch this link, this initial URL. The Windows state says it's normal. I can maximize it or minimize it. So whatever you want, you can just select it. And I have in advance, maybe clear the cache, clear cookies, wait for load page. So see, we can modify these properties as we need. So save, and I'm going to add another action just to show you the result. So maybe in this case we are going to need show. Okay, in this case we are going to see a message. So display message is an action that can help me to show some message as alert. So in this moment I need to configure this, and then alert could be the title. The display message is the result. So if you look at every single action here, I have some variables. So here, for example, I have the variable of inner text, and this inner text variable contains my result. So if I click here, this means that I am going to select a variable. So I have the inner text and the browser variable. Inner text contains the text that I get from the title of my web browser. So I am going to click here on save, and let me show you how this works. So I'm going to click on play again. So now it's maximized. Then my flow is clicking something, and then it's going to get the title, and it's showing me the title that I get here. So Microsoft Teams free as an alert. So now I know that I get this content, and maybe I can use this content to save it into an Excel or send this content in an email. I don't know. We have a lot of scenarios here, but that's how Power Automate Desktop works, and it's exactly the same thing with Desktop Recorder. So the difference is only the name and the things that you are going to record. If you need to use a browser, then use Web Recorder. If you need to record an application, a software that is installed in your machine, then use here this desktop record. So it's exactly the same record, and the difference is that maybe now you can use a desktop application. So here I have a desktop application and I can start recording here. So I am going to double click here, see the red thing again, and I am going to see if I can get maybe some data from this application. See, I can select the buttons inside, maybe the data here, or I can just create something new. Maybe let me replace this as example, and then replace this as example 2, and replace this as example to add that email.com. See, when I was writing or clicking somewhere, like in this moment save, see, in the right part I am going to see the steps of this record. It's exactly the same as the other. So if I finish this, maybe my objective was edit the information and then just save, and I can click on finish, and I'm going to see exactly the same thing but with UI elements. See, I have here a lot of UI elements, and that means I am going to open an application and populate some things. So that's how Power Automate works with this step-by-step record. So I can modify this, of course. I can select, for example, this place, and just by using Control X and then maybe Control B, see, I am getting content or ending this content. Maybe this comment is bad, so I can Control X this and then Control B here, and I am separating this first comment with this start auto generating actions using desktop recorder, and for this was web recorder. See, I have separated environments in this moment, or steps, not environment, separated steps. So let me just click on this flow and see what is going to happen. So it's opening, my web browser is clicking, and it's getting the information here. Perfect. Then I click OK, and now it's going to open my Contoso application and changing here the data. So by clicking on save, it's perfect. I did some work by using two scenarios, a web and the other it's an application. So that's how Power Automate Desktop works. So now I can just stop this and save here this record, this flow that is a set of steps as I told you. And okay, if I close this, I'm going to see here my last step record. So it's example record added. See? Okay, now I think you understand how Power Automate Desktop application works. And I need in this moment to focus on another thing that is not how to use the application, but it's referring to how to use this application into a process. So I need to think as the person that is working day by day in something that is repeating. So for example, in my company, every time some client wants a quote or wants an invoice, as Microsoft partners, we need some price reference, and that price reference is getting from Azure Calculator. So if I go here to this application, this web browser, sorry, and open Azure Calculator, then I open this application. I can just type or add some services, and then I get this estimation, and I can export sorry this in Excel. And this export in Excel, it's needed because I want the total and maybe add some discounts here. See, um, I cannot add discounts in this application, but I can open Excel and add some discount. And how to do that? I need the percent of the discount, and maybe here I am going to see how much is this with 2%. Okay, so here I have my discount, and maybe I need to copy this part, and in the user, imagine that this Contoso application, it's like a CRM, and that I want to save the record, and maybe accounts is the place. So I can just click on new, and then I'm going to add this as Christian, primary contact, oh, and then email, it's example z@mail.com. This could be one step, and the other step could be add a case, and in this case I can just click a new one and set this is the case of Christian, and then the address. So font, it's an example, again an email, submail.com, and the node could be the discount, so discount, and then I add my discount here and save this. So to do this, you see a lot of steps that I did to accomplish this goal, right? So Process Advisors gives you the opportunity to measure how your users are doing, this kind of processes, and you can recognize what is the better way to accomplish this goal. Because see, in this moment, as Christian, I am adding the information by using Excel to get the discount. But if I share this to another person, maybe this other person is not going to use Excel. Maybe he is going to use a calculator. So forget about Excel. This could be another user, another person, and this other person is going to use the calculator and just go to this web page. He generates this and see, okay, is this my my total, then copy, then he goes here, paste it, and then he get the percentage. Let me again do this, okay, per 2%. Okay, so here I have the total, and then this person maybe copy this and go to the Contoso application again and add the record. But see, it's a different vision of how to do this. And Process Advisor, it's made it to measure what is the best way to do this. See, to do saving the information into a Contoso invoicing application, for example, and then you can standardize or standardize. I don't know how to how this. Just let me translate this. Okay, yeah, standardize. How your employees needs to do some work. So that's how you can use Process Advisor, by using RPA tools. And to do that, what we need is start with Process Advisor in your account. So let me show you how to start with Process Advisor by using flow.microsoft.com. This was the second part of my presentation. We see how Power Automate Desktop works, and then we are going to see how Process Advisor works. Again, we need to go to flow.microsoft.com. I'm going to close this tools, and here in the left you are going to see the Process Advisor tool, and then I can create a record. So this is, if this is the first time that you are using Process Advisor, maybe this step it's going to uh, take a lot of time, but this is something that you need to understand first. As I told you, to record every single step into the flows, you need a database, and this database is Dataverse in this moment. So here in my environment I don't have databases, so I'm going to change it to dev test. Maybe I have a database here. Yeah, I have it, but I think I don't have any flow. Let me see if I can create a new process here. Okay, I can. So it says we are getting things set up in the environment. It could take a few minutes. So as I told you, if it's the first time that you're going to use Process Advisor, maybe this could take some time. So be patient and wait for this first setup. Okay, when everything it's done, you are going to see a window like this, and then step by step, see the first. It's like start with the process, and then you can click on next. Sorry, to add record this process. So add a process by using the recording. So you can click on done, and maybe we can start with this process. So I'm going to create a process. The first thing I need is give a name. So let me give a name in this moment. Okay, so this name could be create new discount with account. You can use a description or not, and then just create this process. The process is created in this moment, so you can do three things: share this process with all the person that you want, add a recording, or view the old processes. So the old processes recorded, and this moment I want to add a recording. Okay, when everything was done, you're going to see a window like this, and then you can use Power Automate to start the recording, and just click on open. And the thing you are going to see is Power Automate desktop trying to start recording. So I need to connect this Power Automate with my account, and for that let me again see if I have, okay, it's Christian, so I'm connected with this account, and we're going to wait some setup things. Okay, now my record it's open. See, I have here my record. You know in this moment what this record means, and then I can just start recording my processes. So let me clear everything here. Let me just open my recorder, and to do this, my suggestion is try to start to record this as natural as possible. So more natural as possible, like your day by day. So it's not necessary to not make mistakes, but try to be careful with your steps. So I am going to record here, start recording here. And my first step could be open a browser. Maybe I zoom this, and then I am going to start with Azure Calculator, and then click on pricing, and this could be add some estimation here. For example, I'm going to add this app service, so then I click here. See, it's like my day by day. So now I have here the total. I'm going to export this and click on export. I am going to open. Then Excel is open in this moment. Okay, I'm going to click on enable editing because this could be my one way to do this, and then add in this formula like this for 2% as discount. Then okay, enter. I have here my data, and then I am going to click on copy this. See, I'm recording everything, and the last step is clear everything again and go to controls and voicing and go to cases, and then click on new and add another record. This could be test and whatever, and note discount, and paste it here. Control B and click for the last step in save. So nice. This is a way to do this process maybe. So I'm going to open my Power Automate desktop and click on finish. And that's enough. I need to wait here to get my steps. So in this moment it's saving my record in my process. So my first way to do this in this moment is save it. So I click on got it, then I click on done, and what I can do in this moment is just view my recording. So I can click on view my recording, and maybe in this moment is not available because it's taking time to save everything. See, it's like it's waiting to show me what I did, so we need to wait some time. So go again to recordings and see if this could be used or not. The recordings in the process that you can use or add could be 1, 2, 3, wherever you want, and allows you to make a decision by selecting the way that gives you the less time to accomplish a goal. So in this moment, this record has a status that is not analyzed. So let me open this again to see if it's everything well. So see, I have here this step by step, this helps pop up. I'm going to close this, and here are my steps. See, here I am opening the Microsoft Edge, I am sending some keys, I am pressing some buttons, and in the right place you are going to see a screenshot about every single step that I did. So if you want something like a secure thing, maybe because you need to share this to other people, so you can delete or you can change some information here. For example, just let me see something that could be this. For example, this amount could be critical, so I can just delete the screenshot and it's fine to share. See, or maybe the name of the Excel or wherever you want. So when you have recognized every single step here, then you need to add activities. Activities is like separate all of these steps in groups. So to do that, I am going to select this, for example, and add an activity. And this activity, see, it's like asking me for how many steps are in this group. So I can see every single activity here, steps here, and this could be some group of steps. So in this moment, I can add a step called open Azure calculator and see the and get total amount. Okay, this could be one activity, and let me just create maybe another. For example, I am okay, I'm pressing buttons, I am adding, okay, and here I think I copy, okay, I open here an Excel, and this could be another step. See, from here this could be another step, another activity, and then I can add another activity here, and this is opening Excel file. And okay, now I open the Excel file, I get the discount, and okay, here I think I am opening the invoicing Contoso desktop. So here could be another step. I'm going to add another activity, opening Contoso app. Okay, I have three, I think, and it's okay because I'm saving. You can divide or you can split these steps in the detail that you want, but for this example I think this is great because in the top you have this toggle here that says ready to analyze. Then I can click here. So the requirement to do this is a minimum of two groups or two activities. So it's fine. Then I can go here to recordings again to see my recordings, or in my main to see every single thing that I can do with my recordings. And the first one is analytics. So this it's going to help us a lot, and then we can analyze every single record here. So in this moment my record is ready to analyze, and I can create activity names if I want more groups. So maybe we can use analyze here and confirm, because my record in this moment was ready to analyze, and we need to wait some time, sorry, to see the results. See, in this moment it's analyzing, and when this is done I'm going to see a number here, like one of two or three or four recordings are analyzed or not. So just wait here a little bit. Okay, if this takes a lot of time, we can refresh to see if it was done or not. Okay, perfect. Now it says one recording is analyzed. So now we are going to able to see our analytics and try to understand what we did in our process. And this step is just to the person who is going to take the decision. The person I told you can take the decision in which way the person or the people in the organization it's going to do some work or some task. So let's wait to our report. This report is going to be showing. Okay, as you see, we have our report here and the helps pop-ups. Then we can click on done, and all the information it's going to display here. Information like what kind, summary here is the number of recordings, users, activities, the average time that the user takes to accomplish this goal, the start date, frequency. Here we have a process map. So the process map is this nice picture that we have here. And here, for example, we have the time analysis, and then we can go further into some insights that are referring to a time exactly. So see, we have here displayed uh, how many time we spend on Azure Calculator, how many time we spend on opening Contoso app or opening Excel app. So this takes the same time, see, and if I go to process map, maybe I can see that nice picture. Just wait. Okay, see, we have here our analytics, and these are the steps that we have recorded. So one user is going here to this step, another is going to this step, and the other is opening the Contoso app. So to do this better, what we need is try to replicate the same thing, but using not Excel, instead Excel, another application. So let me just record this real quick to show you how this works in another way. So again, we need to go to Power Automate, and then in my process, I need to add here a new record. So, okay, sorry for that. I need to add a new record. So new recording. This is my process. Open the recording. Okay, my record is opening. Okay, here's my recorder. Then again, I'm going to close everything here. And okay, start recording. As the same, we're going to open this. We're going to zoom this. And Azure Calculator, click here. See, you can do it exactly the same. Here I'm going to click on the button, then here in view, and I have the total, so I can copy this, just Control Z, and then I want to open the Azure calculator, so my calculator, and I paste my value, and then I need to get the percentage, that is 2 percentage equals, okay, and then I can just select this, copy this, and I'm going to close this and open again my Contoso invoice, and I'm going to add a new case, so it's new. This could be step 2, whatever, not email, and okay, discount start, and then click finally on save. Okay, we finished this process but using another way, using a calculator. So then I need to click on finish and return to my Power Automate. So here I have my window. I don't need this. I also not this. My record is saved. Okay, and then I am going to view the record. I hope I have that. No, I don't have it. So again, I go to recordings, and I have two. This record is now in processes. I'm going to wait a little bit more just to ensure me all the data is processed. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to open this. Now yet it's processing data. Just wait more. Okay, I'm going to open this again. Not yet. Maybe we can refresh this. Okay, again. Okay, I have now all of my steps here in my flow. So as I told you, maybe if you remember, I need to add activities. So the first activity is going to be open and get the total amount in Azure. And then I need to recognize where I am opening the calculator. So here I'm opening the calculator. So I need to add another activity that is called opening calculator. Oh, sorry, calculator. Okay. And okay, I multiply, I do everything here, and then I copy this and open my Contoso. So I add another activity that is open my Contoso application, and it's fine. I can click here this to be ready to analyze. So now it's fine. I close this. I go again to my main and see again I need to analyze this process or this record that is ready to analyze. So click on analyze and then confirm. Again, we need to wait. So here we have to be patient because we need to wait in a lot of times. So this could be quick or maybe take a lot of time. In this moment was quick. See, I have this analyzed, and then if I go in this moment to analytics, I'm going to see how these processes are taking some ways and the time that my users are expending on do exactly the same task, that is add some user with a discount in, for example, my Contoso application. Okay, now I have two recordings, users 1, activities 4, variance 2. So let's see how our beautiful chart is going to appear here. Just wait. Okay, nice. See, we have a new chart, and what this chart means is that my users are in this moment 2, and one of that users goes to open a calculator and expends 23 seconds on these actions, and my other is opening an Excel file and it's taking 36 seconds to do this, and all is opening Contoso application, and it's taking about 41 seconds. See, as the result, 100% of my users it's ending this task well. So that are the insights you can use to improve your processes in the future. So imagine you have your users using RPA to capture or record every single RPA process, repetitive process that they want to improve. So they are going to record what they are doing, and you are going to see what is the best way to accomplish that goal. So that's, I think, the best use to this tool with Power Automate. So see, guys, that's why I wanted to share you this session. I think this is the end, so I hope you can understand now in this moment a little bit more about this application, this tool, this Power Automate desktop, and see, try to use it because now it's free. So why not? That could be the question. Why not? You can just start using this application and see how to improve your processes. Okay, so thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for listening to me because I understand my English is not the best. See, I am doing my best to try to improve my language, and as in some event I said, I'm trying to break this language barrier with you and try to give you some information about this tool because I understand these tools are very important to accomplish some goals. So thank you so much again, guys, and it would be a pleasure to be here or in another session with you. Thank you and goodbye. Take care.